So today, I have a little bit of a different video. I'm so excited to introduce you to one of my most wonderful friends. This is Abby Doherty. She is a musical theater major with me. We were talking about it and we're like, why not have someone else do my makeup and change it up a little bit?
A collaboration.
And just see what someone else can do on me, because I do my makeup every day. So I'm really excited to see.
You know, I'm really excited about this as well, and it's because 3 words, Jordan Ann, I love makeup. You guys are very lucky to be watching this channel. Here's why. Jordan Ann has all these different kinds of makeup. She is showing you so many cool things. Before we dive into it, I should say, I will add that I am very fond of a sort of a natural look. If you look closely at my skin, I go for a very natural look.
Yeah, I can see that. Like you just woke up.
Well, I don't look like this when I wake up, but I do try. Alright, so today with Jordan Ann's makeup, we're gonna go with a bit of a natural look. We're gonna start today with this powder. It's by a company called Bare Minerals, not to be confused with the Bare Necessities, but it is sort of a bare necessity. Speaking of which, have you ever seen The Jungle Book?
I love The Jungle Book, it's so good.
Oh, me too.
The bear is so cute.
Baloo.
He's so cute.
He's the one who sings this very song. For the bare necessities, the simple bare necessities.
I forgot.
A few of the lyrics may be wrong. I haven't seen that movie in ages.
I love that song.
Now we'll begin.
Do you want my hair back or do you like it down?
I like it down.
Great.
You guys, Jordan Ann's so great, so great. We'll start with the powder. It's important to evenly distribute the powder. So we'll start on the forehead and then across her face. Now, sometimes people say be careful of your eyebrows, and I say they're nothing to fear. Get the powder in your eyebrows just like this. And at first, if it seems as if it's getting a little clumpy, I would say don't worry about it, because people don't really notice things like that. You would probably notice it yourself, but most of the time, if you're like me, you probably like to hang out in darker rooms where it's less noticeable. Now, it's alright to use both powder and blush. I believe the more powders, the better. That's what my grandmother used to say in the bath. The chin is unique because some women have facial hair, so you have to be careful to get around it. Jordan Ann doesn't have a single hair on her chin. If The 3 Little Pigs was a musical, you could never be in it because you don't have any hair on your chinny chin chin. This looks really good. Here's the thing, Jordan Ann has this brush cleaner. It is very important, I think she would say, keep your brushes clean. A bath a day keeps the weirdest away. I think that's a good thing to live by. I certainly live by it. Here's what's next. This sort of looks like a wand. You'll be surprised to know I'm not doing wizardry, I'm just doing makeup. So this right here is a brow pencil.
How do you do your brows? Do you do them sharp or soft? I know you like the natural look, but some people like really defined brows.
Soft, like cashmere or down pillows or
I love
alligator skin. While you can color your eyebrows in gently, I think it's important to add some extra shapes. So if you add in sort of a triangle up top, that will make you look a lot more beautiful. Don't worry about it being even, because sometimes the best things in life are asymmetrical.
You know what they say, brows are sisters, not twins. So don't worry about getting them even, because they're supposed to be sisters.
Sisters like you and me.
Yeah.
Sisters in Christ.
In Christ.
Yes, but not actual twins.
But no.
We couldn't be twins because
we look
you have longer hair than me.
Oh, right.
Sometimes after I draw the original shape, I like to go in with a bit of a darker color. So we're gonna go, oh, I've got it upside down, I'm so wacky. So I'm gonna go in with sort of a heavier pencil. Sometimes if you start to look a bit like the matchmaker from Mulan, that's nothing to worry about. She's lovely. Now, you'll notice that I get this done pretty quickly. That's because I've had a lot of practice. Now, Jordan Ann, if you turn toward the camera, you'll see that I've added a nice shape to your brow.
I love it.
But it's still subtle. You know, I remember in high school, I was so set when I was in geometry. I would say, I will never use this, I will never use any of it, but I do. I use those shapes every day, and it has only to do with my eyebrows. Now, if you look down, you'll see Jordan Ann's got all the brushes in the world. If you're going for simplicity, you only need one. Let's see, I think I'll choose this one if that's all right.
That's fine.
I really like this one. It's very blunt across. Speaking of being blunt, your hair's looking a little dry. You might need a little coconut oil.
I haven't done it in a week, so I'm gonna get back on that.
You know, Jordan Ann turned me on to the idea of coconut oil.
How do you like it? Is it working for you?
It has changed my life.
A lot of people have told me that it's changed your life too.
It has changed my life, and here's why. My hair is healthier, shinier, better. Here's the thing. We're gonna go for an eyeshadow. I sort of like to go with a Technicolor sort of theme. I think if you want to look natural, you add as many colors as possible. That way people will think that you're naturally more vibrant.
Yeah,
as a human being.
Absolutely.
We're going to start with this. It's sort of an orange. And we're going to get it right up here at the top. Now you'll know that orange eyeshadow is, first of all, very, very rare. And everybody loves a good rare gem. But also, not only that, it is subtle because it doesn't pop out that much. It's sort of like something that gets more exciting the closer you get to it, like a tiger at the zoo, or I don't know, something else exciting. So you'll see I've started with an orange. It's not highly noticeable.
Did you put that under my brow?
Yes, it was a highlight. Speaking of which, the highlight of my vacation last week was going rollerblading on the pier with my grandmother. Back on track. Back on track. Back on track. So now we're gonna go with the blue. Jordan Ann loves blue. I know this because she's wearing blue and so am I. And these pillows are blue.
Pillow.
And there's lots of blue all around the apartment.
Right.
So one would infer that Jordan Ann likes blue, so I'm gonna give you what you want, Jordan Ann.
Great.
That's also very important to remember when you're making friends. Always notice what your friends enjoy and cater to their whims. So now we have blue on the tip of this brush. If you can't see it, pause this video and zoom in. Welcome back. Now we're gonna add this blue onto the crease of Jordan's eyelid. I know what the crease is because of Jordan Ann and her wonderful videos. I want you to know that it's okay for it not to be too dark, but don't be scared about the darkness. Sometimes I find that just the right amount of darkness on your eyelid really just makes your day a lot better. Also, the more makeup you have on, the longer it will last. Oh, it looks wonderful.
So
now,
I love all the techniques you're using.
You know,
I think they're so
thank
helpful.
you.
I'm going to take some of them and put them in my next video.
You know, sometimes you meet a friend who's very sweet, and
I
for me,
do.
Jordan Ann's that friend. She's always there for me. This one time, I got my leg stuck under a rock.
I remember that.
Yes, when I was playing basketball
Yeah.
down by the river with my friends, and all my friends left because they weren't very nice, so I called Jordan Ann, and she ran down to the river, and she pulled the rock off my foot, and then we went out for a snow cone. I'm a big fan of late night basketball. That being said, always have a parent's supervision. Supervision. It's super to have vision when you're playing outside. Now we need a final color for the lid. Now this is where you should get creative. The orange and the blue really do a nice job of contrasting, so you can choose really any color you wish. For me, I think I'm gonna go in and use a bright yellow. I like yellow, it's very friendly. It sort of sounds like hello. Speaking of which, have you heard Adele's new single?
I have not.
Hello, it's me. That being said, Adele, if you're watching this, I'm a huge fan. Alright, here we go. Now that we're really getting into this yellow, I suggest using a lot because yellow is a bright color. Other bright colors you might find in your life are red or orange or blue. We've used 2 of those already on Jordan Ann's eyes. Jordan Ann, your eyes are blue, aren't they?
They are.
Like water. You're from a place with water.
I am.
I'm not. I'm from Ohio. We've got a river, but that's about it. Alright, now look into the camera.
How is it?
You know, the yellow looks very good.
Do I look happy?
Yes, you do look happy. Sort of like a peacock, but in the best way. You know, peacocks are known for being confident. And if you've got makeup on, you're sure to be confident. That being said, the makeup doesn't make the confidence. The confidence comes from the beauty without you.
Beauty within me.
Within you. It's beauty within you. Oh, that's lovely. Here's the thing. Since we've got a lot of color on Jordan Ann's eyes, I think we should brighten up her face.
Yeah.
I'm sure you talk about this often. I've missed a few videos, so I'm not sure how much recently you've said it, but it's very important to highlight the cheekbones. Do you often talk about that?
Very much.
So could you elaborate on that a little bit so that I'm caught up?
It's like chocolate, strawberry, vanilla. So chocolate's the contour, the bronzer, and then the strawberry is the blush, and then the white is the vanilla.
I love ice cream. I can't eat it. I'm lactose intolerant. But I don't know if I do the white because I'm trying to get a tan. Alright, now, we're going to use this brush over here, I think, if that's alright.
That's great.
We're going to put a little bit of this bronzer on there.
Okay.
And then we're going to do it right here, right towards your nose.
Okay.
I really like the idea you did about the chocolate, strawberry, vanilla, but we're going to disregard that in this video.
Okay, cool.
If you put it next to your nose, there's more of a contrast between the 2 colors. That way, people will know where the nose ends and the cheek begins. This is really one of my favorite parts of the face, next to the nose, because it reminds me of one of my favorite songs, and that is the theme song to that 70s show.
Why is that?
Well, I'm not sure. Now, we've got this sort of blush. This is sort of a mauve. Sort of sounds like a bird call.
It does.
Okay, I'm done. Now here's where we add this last bit of blush. Turn your head a little. Right up here by your hairline. You want people to know where your hairline begins.
Like my nose. You're just pronouncing my natural features.
Honestly, that's the natural look of it all. The point is, The more that you highlight where things end and where things begin, people will know naturally where they end and where they begin. Alright, now comes my favorite part, the eyeliner.
Do you want to sharpen it?
Yes, could we do that? I'm afraid I've made it a little dull. You know, I really like sharpening things because it makes them less dull. Speaking of dull, my great aunt Patricia got married last week to a dreadful man named Todd. Now here's the part where we line the eyes. Now this isn't sort of an acting line where you say something, it's a line that you draw on your face. Don't be afraid to make it go out further than you'd normally think. And again, this is one of those things that if you aren't totally equal, they're just sisters. Just sisters, not twins. I think it looks really good. Do you wear glasses, Jordan?
I do not.
You don't wear glasses?
No.
Well, could I just draw this on you and to show your viewers who do wear glasses?
Yes.
If you wear glasses, you can connect them across the bridge of your nose like this, and then you can draw underneath like a pair of glasses would sit, so that your glasses are lined as well. Now, Jordan, show the viewers what that looks like.
I do wear sunglasses. This reminds me of what sunglasses look like on my
Sunglasses,
face.
that's perfect. If you like sunglasses, it's important to go back around the tip top of your eye.
They're all
That's
covered.
really good. You'll see what I would call a finished product. That's FINISHED finished product. Anyway, Jordan, JORDANANE, Jordan. Well, you got a Snapchat. Now, to finish up, we'll add some lipstick. My grandmother always said, if you don't wear lipstick, no boy will ever like you. Don't be too afraid to put this on in a hurry. I sometimes think the quicker you go, the more beautiful it will be because it will look more natural. Because naturally, you're in a hurry. Now, if you use the right amount, you shouldn't have to rub it in at all. And then behold, ladies and gentlemen, a finished Jordan.
It's so pretty.
I would say now that people might confuse us as twins.
Yeah, now we look like twins.
Could you tell us what you learned today from me as your teacher?
I've learned mostly about the contour. I love how you pronounce your natural features in that way. I always went along the exact lines, but if you go with different lines on your face, then you could pronounce different features that you didn't even know existed.
Speaking of pronouncing features, I've recently learned how to pronounce a few new words. Albuquerque, onomatopoeia, eel, river, ladybug, all of those.
Where did you learn those? In
College. I'm a music major like Jordan Ann.
Do you do songwriting on the side though?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
My most recent hits include a ballad. It was called Elephants Should Never Dance. And then I wrote an upbeat song called The Elephant Learned to Dance. It's sort of a trilogy. I'm working on the third piece now. So I would say that after all this, I'd like to conclude the video. Goodbye. I'm only joking.
I wanted to thank you so much for being on my channel. I'm so inspired by everything you did, and I'm just so excited to try my makeup tomorrow for school. I think I'm gonna do something very, very similar to this. I obviously can't recreate it exactly like you did because you're a master. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I hope you try this look.
And remember, you don't need mascara to be beautiful.
Oh, of course not. No.
And you also don't need a boyfriend to be valued.
I don't have a boyfriend. Do you have a boyfriend?
Well, not today. But tomorrow I might. And yesterday I had one.
So I think that's everything. If you guys want to like recreate this look, I would love to see it. So you have to tag me on Twitter or on Instagram, all my social media. I really want to see how you guys are enhancing your natural beauty. So I'd love to see all of your pictures. So please tag me.
And follow her on the official jelly.
The official jam.
Jordan Ann Music.
Follow Abby as well.
Yes, feel free to give me a follow on the social media. Abby Docherty is my name. ABBYDOCHERTY. That's the spelling of it. Don't forget the @ sign first. Love it when people follow me. One time a mother goose and her babies followed me when I had bread by the pond.
Aww.
Wonderful day. But if you don't want to follow me, you don't have to. I won't force it upon you.
So I will link it in the description bar so you can click on all her links and follow her and see all her lovely makeup creations. And with that, I think that is everything. Do you have any final words?
Yes. Always wash your feet before bed.
Alright, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone! April Fools! You guys, I'm Abby. We love each other so much, but please don't do this to your face. I'm serious. I made this up today as I went. We both really had no idea what I was gonna do.
What?
I think it's so natural though.
I think it looks really natural.
We wanted to do something fun and different for April Fools. And
April Fools.
She does this voice in this character so well, so I was
April
like...
1st only comes and goes once a year.
So anyway, I do hope you guys
so much for watching.
Yeah. Now that is everything. I will have her Instagram and everything. You have a Twitter? You have a Twitter. You use Twitter.
Yes, I believe in the power of the written word.
Okay.
We're definitely done. Have a great day. Thank you for watching me make a fool of myself.
I love you guys. April Fools. Bye.
April Fools. We can see ourselves. Oh yes, this would be great. I love me. I'm just kidding. All right, like a chin. I love. You'll notice if you look at my face that I have a very natural. You probably prefer to hang out in darker rooms where the rest noticeable. Some women have facial hair. I love makeup. Okay. Contour is a fancy word for makeup on your face. A bath a day. A bath a day. Now, Jordan, if you turn towards here, you'll see that you're You should put that in your next video. I just snorted! I was laughing so hard at myself that I snorted! Yes, sort of like a peacock, but in the best way. Back to work!
Why is that?
I'm not sure. If you want to look into the camera, you'll see it. Anyway, Jordan, J. I sometimes think that we. And behold, ladies and gentlemen, a finished Jordan. Oh my gosh, you look so bad.
Do you have any final words?
Yes, always wash your feet before bed.